Welcome to a journey through history where we explore the lives of those who paid the ultimate price for their beliefs. Martyrs and why they died. Today we delve into an intriguing chapter of human history, a chapter of courage, conviction, and sacrifice. The story of martyrs. These were individuals who stood by their beliefs, often religious with such unwavering resolve that they accepted death rather than renounce their faith. From the early days of the Roman Empire to more recent times, the annals of history are filled with their extraordinary stories. In this video, we'll bring you these powerful narratives told in chronological order, offering a glimpse into the lives of some of the most famous martyrs. We'll explore their beliefs, their struggles, and the circumstances that led to their ultimate sacrifice. So prepare yourself for a journey that's as much about faith and resilience as it is about history. Now, let's dive into history and meet our first martyr. Our journey begins with St. Stephen, the first Christian martyr. Known as the proto-martyr, St. Stephen's story is one of conviction and courage. He was a man of deep faith dedicated to the teachings of Jesus Christ. As a deacon in the early Christian church, St. Stephen was a beacon of hope for many, but his beliefs also made him a target. Accused of blasphemy against Moses and God, he was brought before the Sanhedrin, the supreme court of ancient Israel. It was here, under the weight of false testimonies, that St. Stephen was charged. His response, a passionate speech recounting the history of Israel and accusing the leaders of rejecting Jesus and the Holy Spirit. His words, however, fell on deaf ears. Enraged by his declarations, the crowd took him outside the city walls of Jerusalem. There they hurled stones at him, a brutal execution method of the time. Amidst the chaos, St. Stephen's faith remained unshaken. His last words were a plea for forgiveness for his attackers, a testament to his unwavering devotion. St. Stephen's death was more than the end of a devout life. It ignited a spark within the early Christian community. His martyrdom became a symbol of steadfast faith in the face of persecution. His life and death served as a catalyst, inspiring others to hold on to their beliefs, even in the face of death. St. Stephen's death marked the beginning of centuries of religious persecution. His story, however, continues to resonate, reminding us of the power of faith and the strength of conviction. Next, we meet St. Lawrence, a martyr known for his charitable acts. This devout man of faith was not only a deacon in the early Roman Catholic Church, but also the keeper of the church's treasures. He was entrusted with the responsibility of distributing alms to the poor, a task he carried out with profound dedication and compassion. St. Lawrence lived during the reign of Emperor Valerian, a period marked by the intense persecution of Christians. Despite the danger, Lawrence continued his work, ensuring that the wealth of the church found its way to those who needed it most. His kindness and generosity were his defining qualities, even in the face of adversity. However, his acts of charity did not go unnoticed. Lawrence was summoned by the Roman authorities in order to hand over the church's wealth. But Lawrence had a different plan. He presented the poor, the sick, and the needy as the true treasures of the church, a move that did not sit well with the authorities. In response to his defiance, Lawrence was sentenced to death. His method of execution was as brutal as it was symbolic. He was grilled to death on a gridiron, yet even in his final moments, his faith remained unshaken. Legend has it that he even found the strength to jest, claiming to be well done on one side and asking to be turned over. St. Lawrence's death reminds us of the harsh realities faced by early Christians. His story, filled with courage, humor, and unwavering faith, inspires us to stand firm in our convictions, no matter the circumstances. Let's turn the pages to meet St. Margaret Clitherow, a woman of incredible courage. St. Margaret Clitherow, born in the mid-16th century, was a woman of immense faith and bravery. She lived in a time when England was a hotbed of religious tension, with Catholicism being outlawed by the state. But Margaret, a devoted Catholic, didn't let the law quell her faith. Margaret was known for her hospitality, but it was not the common traveler she sheltered. She provided refuge to Catholic priests, a dangerous act that was considered high treason. Her home became a sanctuary, a place where Mass was celebrated secretly, and where young men were trained to become priests. Margaret's actions were not merely rebellious. They were a bold statement of faith and defiance. When her deeds were eventually discovered, Margaret was arrested. She was offered a trial, but she refused, knowing the risk it posed to her children and servants who would be forced to testify. Instead, she made the ultimate sacrifice. Her punishment was a gruesome one. She was pressed to death, a slow and painful execution. Yet, even in her final moments, Margaret's faith never wavered. She was heard praying for her persecutors, a final act of forgiveness and love. Saint Margaret Clitherow's death is a testament to her unwavering faith and courage. Our last stop takes us to Saint Sebastian, a soldier who secretly aided persecuted Christians. Journey with me back in time, to the Roman Empire, where Saint Sebastian served as a captain in the Roman army. A position of high esteem, it came with a sense of authority and respect. But beneath the surface, Saint Sebastian was living a double life. While he outwardly served the Roman Empire, he was secretly a devout Christian, using his influence and position to help his fellow believers who were facing persecution. This brave soldier went to great lengths to provide aid and comfort to those who shared his faith, all the while knowing the risks he was taking. He was a beacon of hope in a time of darkness, a true embodiment of courage and conviction. His actions were not just about providing physical aid, they were about offering spiritual support, about reassuring fellow Christians that they were not alone. However, this dangerous game of deception couldn't go on forever. Saint Sebastian's secret was eventually discovered, and he was executed for his defiance. His death was a stark reminder of the risks taken by those who dared to defy the Roman Empire, to stand up for their beliefs, and to offer aid to those who were persecuted. Saint Sebastian's death reveals the risks taken by those who defied the Roman Empire. These martyrs, and countless more, made the ultimate sacrifice for their beliefs. They faced adversity with unwavering faith and bravery, standing firm in their convictions despite the dire consequences. Their stories, though steeped in history, continue to resonate today, serving as a testament to the power of belief and the human spirit. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. Saint Stephen, the first Christian martyr, was stoned to death for what was viewed as blasphemy. He stayed true to his faith, even when faced with a brutal and unjust death. Then there was Saint Lawrence, who was grilled on a gridiron for his charitable acts, demonstrating the depth of his compassion and his commitment to the less fortunate. We also delved into the life of Saint Margaret Clitherow, a woman of immense courage who was executed for providing refuge to persecuted priests. Her bravery and dedication to her faith were truly awe-inspiring. And let's not forget Saint Sebastian, a captain in the Roman army who risked his life to help persecuted Christians, exemplifying the power of secret solidarity in times of oppression. Their stories are more than just tales of the past. They are a part of our shared human history, a testament to the power of faith and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. These martyrs, their lives, and their sacrifices continue to shape our understanding of history and religion. From Saint Stephen's steadfast faith to Saint Lawrence's compassion, from Saint Margaret Clitherow's courage to Saint Sebastian's solidarity, these martyrs made an indelible mark on history. Their lives serve as reminders of the power of conviction, the importance of standing up for one's beliefs, and the enduring impact of sacrificial love. Which martyr's death shocked you the most? Please share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember, history is alive and it speaks to us through stories like these.